Hey everyone, this is Dhruv from Dhruv's Reading Nook. And I've got a chicken tag video for you today, along with some of the science books that I'm reading these days. Well, first of all, let me start by thanking all the likers, all the viewers, all the subscribers to my channel. It has been a really great journey over the last 3 weeks, and I have been really privileged to have you all in my company. So, I have my notes with my questions today. I'll be reading the questions from them and I'll be answering. So let's start. So the first question is, how many books have you read so far? Well, to answer this question, let me first start by saying that my year for book reading has only started in June, that too late June, and so I'll be capturing my year from June 2020 to June 2021. And so as of yet, I have only read three and a half or four books, and I have been really privileged to read all of these books. What's your favorite book so far this year? Well, my favorite book so far this year has been A Guide for Occupants by Bryson. The book is full of so many facts. Oh my god. I sometimes get overwhelmed, and that's why I have not been able to finish the book during the last week. The book is... I generally highlight where I find the facts in orange in a book, and my book as of right now is almost orange. I am really loving the book because of so many facts in there. And so yeah, that's my favorite book so far this year. What's the most disappointing book you have read this year? As I said, I have only read 3 or 4 books this year, as my year started from June 2020. So since I have only read a few books, I don't think I have read any as such disappointing book. I think all the books that I have read have given me some information, some new thing that I didn't know about, some thing that I can think about in my life, and that will really help me. So I don't think I have read any disappointing books yet. What genre have you read most this year? I'm mostly into history, so I have read Indian history a lot. Apart from that, I have also read science books. Name a new favorite author that you've discovered this year. Bryson will be one of the few authors that I've discovered this year. Along with him, Ira Mukhoti, who has written Akbar and Daughters of the Sun, will also be one of the authors that I've discovered this year. What's the most surprisingly good book you've read this year? The Body by Bryson and A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bryson. These 2 books have really provided me a lot of knowledge. What are your favorite and most anticipated 2020 release? I'm mostly covering all of the books that have been written till now. But I think there is a book on the Ottoman King Selim, Selim, and I think that since he was one of the major important kings of the Ottoman Empire, I am really looking forward to this book. It will release in August 2020, on August 28th, 2020. Alright, I'm waiting for that. What's your next big priority for your reading? My next big priority for my reading is to cover all of the books that I showed in my book haul. There are nearly 14 books in number, and I want to finish all of these books before I can move on to any new book. And I really love reading new books, so that's why I need to finish all of these books as soon as possible, so that I can get more. What's your bookish highlight been so far this year? Starting this channel. As you all know, this channel only started about a month or so ago, and it has really provided me some way by which I can read more books. Doing this measure has been checked so that I can check whether my progress is constant or not, and so I can make sure that I'm reading new books continuously. Every week I start a new book, almost. Who do you tag? Well, recently I've made a new friend on BookTube called Peg from the History Shelf. The History Shelf is a channel and her name is Peg. So I tagged her in this video. Let's check up on what she's doing. To end this video, I'd like to point out a few science books that I've been reading these days. These have really helped me in increasing my science knowledge about human body, about the human mind, about everything in the world, and how this babies in the future will be created, and how genetics is going on. So let's start. This is the first book that I wanted to talk about today. This is A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bryson. It is a really amazing book. It is full of so much information, and it starts from the various planets and it goes to various things. I haven't quite gotten to anything after the second chapter yet, but I'm still working on it. The next book for me is The Phantoms in the Brain by Dr. V.S. Ramachandran. He is the adjunct professor at the Salk Institute for Biological Studies in La Jolla, and he's also the professor and director of the Center for Brain and Cognition at the University of California in San Diego. This is an amazing work by Dr. Ramachandran, who points out various diseases of the brain and how the mental problems of the brain have been occurring in people. And so he picks up a few diseases that he's treated over the years, and how he went about his treatment has been pointed out. And I'm really excited for reading this book. The next book for me is Hacking Darwin. It has been written by Jamie Metzl. I'm sorry, I know I crucified that name, and I'm sorry about that. It's about genetic engineering and the future of humanity, and I'm really excited about this book because it is all about CRISPR and such new genetic stuff. And I'm really excited about how humans will be created in the future, not born but created. And the final science book that I've been reading these days is The Body by Bryson. I've been reading this book and I'm quite deep into it, and I'm really loving this book because it is full of so much information that I haven't found in any other book that I've read in my life yet. Wow, is it amazing! And wow, is it fulfilling. It is about my body, your body. It is about all of us body, and it is amazing. He starts from saying that you can actually create a new human being. Like Keanu Reeves, he takes the example of Keanu Reeves in the book, but you can use the same example for you and me. And he says that you can create a human being, but the chemicals that you would need and the labor would only cost you $300,000. So I was like, wow. And that too is not because of 99.99% of the elements that are found inside the human body. Oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, all of these become very cheap in the market today. But the rare elements, thorium and all of those are the elements that increase the cost. So that is why I was like, wow, I didn't even know we had so many elements that he had written in the book. And so he goes from there, he starts from there, he goes to arms, head, brain, lungs, legs, bones, skeleton, the spinal cord, everything he's written about. And oh my god, do I love them. I'll be covering this book in the next review video. Well, to end today's video, I would just like to say, follow me on Instagram, as I'm a new bookstagram on Instagram. I have around 25 followers and I'm still a kid over there. My Instagram handle is as here, and you can follow me there on Instagram. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on this video. Please do not forget to press the bell icon, as you can be notified of all the new videos that I'll be posting out. Alright, thank you so much. Have a good day.